What's up, guys? We're here today with another Wi-Fi battle for you, but not just any Wi-Fi battle. We're actually going to be jumping down into the RU tier for the first time, so let me switch my screen over to the usual, and I'll show you guys what we will be bringing. And of course we have our Scarfed Flygon, we have Imbor, we have Scrafty, Jolteon, Bronzong, and Drapion. Now, I apologize, I did not have time to nickname these mons, so might have to roll with that. I don't know if I'm going to have them fixed by the time the other battles come or not, so hopefully you guys don't mind too much. Get my phone ready, take a picture of my opponent's team, per usual. We see my opponent has a pretty intimidating team, to say the least. We're both running no megas. At least I hope my opponent's not running a mega, because Mega Ampharos is UU and Mega Venusaur is OU. But anyways, we see my opponent has a Malamar, Hitmonchan, Venusaur, Delphox. What's that thing called? I know it's Frilish's Evolved form. Feel stupid for not knowing it, forgive me. And Ampharos. I'm actually really tired, so I just think of it as the Pringles ghost Pokemon. But looking at this, I see no reason to not. Well, also looking at this, I realize my opponent does not have a way to defog or rapid spin rocks away, so I'm actually going to go out to my Bronzong first and start setting up rocks. Set up the rocks. And then I have Toxic Spikes, as you could see, on my, what do you call it? Drapion. But here, I have no reason to not just go for Stealth Rocks. This is physically defensive. If it goes for Fire Punch, that might hurt. Yep, a little bit. We're going to go for Stealth Rocks. Looking at that, I want to preserve this thing. To which that ends, I'm afraid of the burn, but I'm going out to old Imbor here to take a Fire Punch. Also, if you guys can't tell, the quality of my videos should look a lot better. I didn't realize this at the time, but stupidly enough, I found the option to, what do you want to call it? Upgrade the quality of my videos, so yeah, apparently that's a thing. I'm just going to go for a bulk up here. If my opponent wants to switch, that's fine. If my opponent switches out, that's even greater. This thing is literally like a monster. I literally created that expert belt just to blow something away. The only thing I could see my opponent wanting to go out to is the Delphox. Does withdraw. Okay. We're going to see Delphox here. Ampharos, actually. Just going to go right for the superpower. And we do outspeed. And this should be enough. Does not take out the Ampharos, so that's kind of bad. And we get the static. Okay, so it's not in our favor. Rocky Helmet. Okay. I have no reason to keep this thing around. Especially since I got the, I wish I would have lived. But we're gonna get to see what my opponent goes out into, I think. Yep. So we get to pick based off my opponent. I do have rocks up. Man, I was gonna bring Signal Beam on that on my Jolteon too, and that would have been perfect for the Malamar. Luckily, Jolteon puts in work against this team, minus the Malamar and the Venusaur. Goes out to Hitmonchan. Looking at that though, my opponent, I'm gonna go out to Flygon here because Outrage is a thing. That Adamant Outrage, which doesn't get rid of the, wow. What's with my min rolls? Like, that was an Adamant Outrage too. Well, I want my opponent to switch here, so I'm going for, goes for a Mach Punch for a final little hit, which is kind of annoying because we're going to take the Life Orb damage now. But we get rid of this, which is a big problem. I'm going to go out to Scrafty here. I'm not throwing the battle away just yet, because I'm pretty sure Ampharos dies upon switch in. We got rid of the Hitmonchan. That kind of sucks though, because that's like the low damage rolls that we got there. We're going to see Superpower here. I'm switching out. I'm not. Yep, no Superpower. I'm gonna set up a Reflect if I can. Probably gonna see, yep, another Superpower. That's fine. As long as I live, I get up this Reflect. Then I can start doing what I need to do with Scrafty thereafter. This is not really my game. And I'm definitely not going out to Scrafty. Jolteon's my best bet. I have to go for that Thunderbolt. Modest Life Orb Thunderbolt. Let me get another minimum roll here. All I need is for... Goes out to Ampharos, which I think dies to rocks. Yep. That's two of my opponent's mons out. I'm sorry if I don't sound too enthusiastic, but the thing is, kind of tired. I got like barely any sleep, but that's not an issue. I'm just more annoyed at those damage rolls. But we're gonna keep playing. the battle's not over because Scrafty can actually win this very easily. I just need that Dragon Dance. Because I have Ice Punch for the Venusaur, which I'm very happy I decided to keep. I have Crunch for the Jellicent, that's its name. Finally remember it. Goes out to this thing. Well, I'm definitely outspeeding this thing, and I have the Shadow Ball. Unless it's Scarfed. And it's not. This is a modest Life Orb Shadow Ball. Goodbye. Those rocks could have definitely came in handy right there for that Delphox because it probably had Focus Sash. So goes back out to this. And that's fine because all I truly need is a good roll with this Thunderbolt. If I can turn this game around, that would be amazing. We take this thing out. That's what I say, things were looking bad at first, but now they're not looking as bad. Goes out to Rosebud. That's fine. I'm actually keeping my Jolteon around just in case. So I'm going to get a little bit of chip damage off with my Jolteon there with the Volt Switch. Definitely within good range of health. I'm actually going to go out to Drapion here. Because if my opponent wants to go for a Poison type move like that, we'll eat that really well. Can't get poisoned either. And we're Black Sludge. This is actually my specially defensive Mon of the team. So almost wish I was running X-Scissor. But I'm just going to go for a knockoff right here. I want to get rid of that recovery. There we go. And it's a crit. Okay, I'll take the crit for the low damage rolls. But my opponent's in a really bad situation because that I have knockoff for that Jellicent. I can take away its what I'm assuming it to have leftovers. But I'm going to go for Roar right here. Whatever my opponent wants to go for, that's fine. Sludge Bomb, not going to do a whole lot. As we do see that. Now, Reflect doesn't matter. I can just go right for that knockoff. As my opponent stays in, okay. We get rid of that recovery. Curse Body takes away knockoff, that is completely fine. Goes for Will-O-Wisp. I am completely fine with that. This thing is either going to die to rocks or to my Poison Jab right now. So, entirely up to my opponent. So my opponent decides to stay in. And we do finish it off. This turnaround of the game was really nice. But now we're in a situation where I can just stall that Venusaur out. Because, like I said, I do have Ice Punch on my Scrafty. And I'm just going to wear down my opponent's. Because if this thing is outspeeding, then I know for a fact. My Scrafty will outspeed. The only problem is it's a leftovers. leftover Scrafty, but I'm willing to whittle this thing down. It's gonna be a bit stally here, but I'm willing to whittle this thing down so I can go out to my to have a free chance to go out to my Scrafty, because let me just run a quick calc right here. Oh, I guess that happened. Rest in peace, headphone users. So, Scrafty, Dragon Dance, Jolly, to Venusaur, should like OU defensive. Ice Punch. It's actually not doing a whole lot, depending on what my opponent's running. So yeah, I really have to whittle this thing down. The game's not like gone, but it could go many ways. Probably gonna see, yep, we do see the synthesis here. Now the question is, can I live? One Sludge Bomb. That's really what it comes down to. Goes for Energy Ball. My opponent trying to preserve the Sludge Bombs. Sludge Bomb actually doesn't kill. According to this. I'm just gonna go right for the Ice Punch. Goes for Sludge Bomb. Doesn't kill. Good. That's mostly what I was worried about. Now we're in a really good position. And I can just Ice Punch here. And we take out Rosebud and secure our first victory with this team. It was looking really bad at first, but we pulled things around and got that 2-0 at the end. So good game to my opponent. Thank you guys for watching. This is, like I said, my first time actually playing in RU. So I was actually expecting to go in losing, because I've used RU mons, but I've never like went up to the RU tier per se. So, or down to the RU tier, I should say. I've actually gone from like OU, working my way down to the lower tiers, but it's pretty fun. We're gonna use this team for the rest of the week. It was actually like a real quick put together team, so I'm actually surprised it did as well-ish as it did. I had some, you know, some of the damage rolls and things at the beginning, but things happen, and that's Pokemon, and that's the game we play, and that's honestly what we come to expect. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, share this video, and I will see you guys again this Wednesday.